Just apply for the loan. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianna Coleman. I am a real estate agent in Maryland, and today I want to talk about getting pre-qualified. Why is it important to get pre-qualified, and what advantages does it have for you as a buyer? As a real estate agent, and for me and my process, in order for me to show you a house, you have to get pre-qualified. Now I know there's a lot of backlash about getting pre-qualified and applying for a mortgage loan before you're ready, or before you want to commit to a realtor, or before you want to go see a house. I know you know how much you make. I know you know everything that you will qualify for, but you really don't know until you apply for that mortgage loan. You don't even know what your mortgage scores are. You don't know, what loans you would even qualify for. You don't know what down payment assistance you would qualify for. You don't know any of that unless you apply for a mortgage loan. And I don't mind. I almost sometimes prefer people who are not pre-qualified to reach out, because that way I can guide them to a good lender. Having a good lender really, really matters, and it's really, really important to me, because if you just get some Joe Schmo lender off the street and you don't have any kind of rapport with them, you just saw an ad or a commercial and you just chose them for whatever reason, 9 times out of 10, their fees are going to be ridiculous, and they're going to be very slow, or they won't work on the weekends, they don't work nights, something crazy like that. Okay, so some of my lenders actually work nights, weekends, and on vacation. So having a good lender is really, really important. But if you already have a lender that you feel comfortable with and you trust, I definitely don't want to push you to use anybody else. I want you to make that decision, because ultimately picking a lender is the buyer's decision. It's not up to your realtor. Even if your realtor gives you names and numbers for 2 or 3, so that's their buddy, that's their go-to, they're this or that. If you don't feel comfortable, you choose somebody else. That's just that. Clearly, I know how to ramble. Okay, but we're going to get back on topic. Okay, so getting pre-qualified. Now, say you come to me and say, Brianna, I want to buy a house, and I want to get a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. Let's just say it's going to cost me about $600,000, right? So I say, okay, do you know your credit score? No, I'm not really sure what my credit score is. Okay, how much do you make? Yeah, of course, most people know what they make, what their income is, and how long have you been on that job. So I asked a few pre-qualifying questions. But at the end of the day, you have to get with a mortgage lender for them to look at your full picture. So say you contact me, I take your word, you're all good, and we go out and we go see a house at $600,000, and then what? It's time to put in an offer. So you want to put in an offer, you have to have a pre-qualification letter before you put in an offer. So to me, that's like number one. Why would you go and look at a house that you can't even put an offer in on, because you don't have a pre-qualification letter? Now, the market is slowing down. Average days on the market is getting a little bit longer, but it's still, depending on the house, homes are still selling in the weekend. So say you're with Navy Federal or somebody who has like office hours, and we go see something on the weekend, and then you call me and say, oh, you want to put an offer in? Oh, Navy Federal is not responding on the weekend. Or, whatever bank you chose is not responding on the weekend. So now we have to wait until Monday for you to even apply for the mortgage. And if you do qualify for a mortgage, it may take a day or so. And then by then, they may have already gotten a few offers. Instead of us being maybe the first to put an offer in on this house, now we have to wait for you to get pre-approved and get everything going. Now, are there some exceptions to the rule? Yes. For me, if I know the lender, if I know who the lender is, and I get a warm and fuzzy and don't actually have that letter in my hand, then I may make an exception. But for the most part, you have to have that letter. It just almost doesn't make sense. And yes, realtors do it all the time, but for me in my process, showing a house without a pre-qualification is just doesn't make sense. I've even had people tell me, well, why would you need this information just to show me a house? I've never been asked to have this information before they show me a house. So for me, showing a house is just not showing a house. I'm not showing you a house just because you want to go see a house, or just because you got some free time and want to see a house by the water, or because of whatever whatever it is. I show houses to my clients with the intent for them to purchase that house. Even if it's not at the top of their list, like not every house, I'm not saying that every house has to be like, I'm only going to show you this house is if you love it, if it meets all the marks. I like to see the house that meets their, any house that meets their at least, minimum criteria. If I think it's something they might like, I see all those houses. But we can't even get started if you're not pre-qualified. High as gas is, neither one of us wants to be in a position to where we're just driving all around town, county to county, and meanwhile, you can't even buy a house yet. It's not time for you to buy a house yet because you still got work to do on your credit. You may have to pay down some debt, or we may be shopping way too low or way above your price range. Another reason why it's important to get pre-qualified, and this is more for the realtor side, all of my subscribers and people who watch me are wonderful, beautiful people. Shout out to you guys. But sometimes you do get those people who are really just trying to pull your leg. I had an investor call me maybe a month or two ago, and she says, oh yeah, I'm an investor and I'm pre-qualified. And I asked about what her loan type was, and then she says, oh well actually I'm an investor and I'd be buying the house cash. I normally don't lead with that because of whatever. So to me, it's like, okay, red flag. Money doesn't move me the way it may move other people, or the way that person may think it's going to make me move. I still have to stick by my processes because it also keeps me safe. They could just call me and just say, hey Brianna, I want to see this house. And if I just decide to say, okay, let's go see the house. Never met you, don't know anything about you, you're not pre-qualified, and I just show you a house, and then what? Not only could you be a waste of my time, but it's also a safety issue. I just can't meet anybody anywhere, and especially in towns that are unfamiliar to me, to show you a house to somebody who hasn't done something as simple for me as either sending me a letter or getting pre-qualified. And it's all free. While some people think that, oh, if you don't want to get pre-qualified, I'll just ask somebody else. And for me, my answer is always, please do. Please ask somebody else. But I did want to talk about it because it did just happen to me recently. And I don't want to say my character was, attacked, or the person thought that I was doing this because of whatever the it was a few different reasons why they said that, I didn't want to show them a house and blah blah blah. Either way, I don't want to, and I definitely don't want to bash them. And if you are a true and honest person, you may not understand why it's important. But if you are a person that runs a business, you should kind of understand why you try to stick to your processes no matter what the price point is. Some things you just have to abide by your rules for. But I gotta go. I got my daughter here. She wants me to play with her. She's got the dolls right here ready for me to play, so I gotta go play with her, and then I'm gonna edit this video. Yeah, if you're in the market trying to buy a house, and especially if you're in Maryland, I would love to help you. Just please reach out and we can get you pre-qualified very, very quickly. Can I play with you? Yeah, I'm getting off right now.
Why are we done doing this video?
Bye. Okay, can I tell them one more thing? Subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment below, and like the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Do you want to say something?
No.
Can you ask them to subscribe?
Subscribe.
Say it loud.
Subscribe.
All right, see you guys.